Horiguchi gets that win back. If Kaya Sakura, when you said that, if they cut it from the UFC, imagine that, right? And this is where I get at, like, when it comes to competition level, right? After I beat Joseph Benavidez in 2012, he went on a 5-fight win streak in the division. We fought again, right? Then I knocked him out, right? I beat John Dotson, 5-round decision. He goes on a tear, comes back. I beat him again. You look at what Alex Pantoja does to his opponents. He beats them. They go on another loss. Then if Kaya Sakura gets cut, do we put any substance in that title defense against Kaya Sakura? You know what I mean? Like, let's like.
It'll be almost like it never happened.
It would never. It's almost like this guy comes and goes. It's almost like, so when people start to like look at the competition level, right? It's like, let's you guys want to fucking, go through this and fine comb it. We can do it all fucking day. We can do it all fucking day.
DJ. Can I take this?
Go ahead, Guru. Go, don't hurt him.
So let's go through Demetrius Johnson's fights, because I want to get something across. So Demetrius Johnson's title defense is Tim Elliott, okay, in 2016. That's nothing. That means absolutely zero. Now you've got Tim Elliott with wins over guys like Tagir Ulanbekov, Victor Altamirano, Sumit Werji recently beat, and now he's beaten Kaya Sakura, which was a title defense of Alejandro Pantoja just recently. So that's one of your title defenses from 2016 that stuck around in the UFC, okay? Now, if you move on to other opponents of yours, like you beat Kyoji Horiguchi, and you said it yourself, he leaves the UFC.
Yep.
That doesn't mean his career ends. Because when you go through Kyoji Horiguchi's career, when he leaves the UFC after losing to you, we're talking going on a run in the UFC, by the way, where he goes on a 3-fight win streak before they cut him, including wins over Alan Bagatinov, which is another one of your defenses, I believe. Then he goes to Rising, beats some really good fighters. He beats Manel Cap, a young, arrogant prospect, Manel Cap. He chokes him out in round 3 and finishes him. So that's the win on Pantoja's resume today. It's like, I know it's not the same version of Manel Cap, but there's maybe a reason why Cap is saying that your generation was better, because he's run into a lot of these guys when he was trying to make his come up that have left the UFC after losing to you, including Kyoji Horiguchi. He then goes on and beats Ian McCall in 2018. Then he goes over to Rising. He beats Darian Caldwell, who's a very good fighter, very, very good fighter in the division at the time. Beats him twice. Beats Kaya Sakura in Rising, who goes on to become a title defense for Pantoja. And that was in 2020. He knocked out Asakura in round 1 in 2020. Then he goes in there against other guys. He has a win over Sergio Pettis in the rematch now in 2024. And now, guess what?
He's back in the UFC.
Look who they're looking to re-sign. He's back in the UFC. And they're trying to give him a top contender, right? But if he would have made it back to the top again, all of a sudden that'd be a legit title defense for Pantoja. But it wasn't legit for you. That doesn't make any sense to me. You go through other fighters. Joseph Benavidez, you said he went on a massive win streak after his first loss to you. And he did. He went on a win streak. He had a split decision to Dominic Cruz, lost to you by close decision the first time. Went on a win streak, beat Ian McCall, Jose Formiga, lost to you again. But then he goes on a streak against Tim Elliott. And this is after the second fight. Beats Tim Elliott by finish, Dustin Ortiz, John Moraga, Ali Bagatinov, Zach Makovsky, Henry Cejudo on the come up. He beats by split decision. Then he loses, but then he beats Alex Perez, which is considered a top.
Who's still in the game today. Yeah.
That's like one of Makhayev's best wins, bar the Manel Cap fight. So when you look at like what's happened to the careers after these guys have gone, they have good wins. Jose Formiga was a win that Joseph Benavidez had before. And Jose Formiga went on to defeat, I believe, Davison Figueiredo before he eventually got to his title shot. If I'm not mistaken here, I don't think I am. No, he didn't. He beat Davison Figueiredo before Figueiredo went on his title.
I think he out-grappled him. And stifled him.
But that's what I'm talking about. So even though the division is more fun today, it's more exciting today. These guys get scrappier today. They fight. It's wild. The flyweights are always going to war. Don't confuse that with way fucking better just because you're paying more attention. Don't confuse it with that, because the division was still good back then, but they were specialists. So they were shutting down any of that crazy, goofy, crazy, wild Joshua Van shit that was going on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean when I fought Tim Elliott, when he was doing all the crazy shit, I was like, I'm taking you the fuck down, and you're gonna grab. Yeah, I remember he grabbed my first. He went for a guillotine, and I never forget. I was talking about this at the gym the other day. I shot a takedown on Tim Elliott. He grabbed the guillotine. I jumped to side control, and then I saw his coach James Krause. I'm like, oh, how you doing, James? How you doing? He goes, oh, hey DJ, how you doing? I was, oh, don't worry, I'll make sure your boy's nice and good. And I was trying to commemorate him, get his back, but I was like. Back in the day, I'm like, okay, he's being awkward. He's not going to throw. Just shoot. Like, that's what I always say. I feel my timeline from 2012 to 2018, that was probably the best technical athletes in the flyweight division, right?
Yeah.
Now,
and I think it's because they were starved from the UFC for a while.
Yes.
So when you eventually did open up the division, there was all of these guys kind of waiting, like they're already top dogs, but they haven't had the chance of competition yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like they were starved of the lower weight classes. And then when they did open those lower weight classes up, they already had like dogs, like killers waiting, like the guys you just listed. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. But oh no, good fight for Tim Elliott. I'm kind of excited to see. I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen to Kaya Sakura, if they're going to give him another opportunity or do they cut him back to Ryzen. But you know what? Like you said, if he gets cut from UFC, he goes back to Ryzen, wins 1 or 2 fights there. He's a big star there. The Japanese culture, they love that. And